Hi, my name is Darren Joseph from HTJ.tax. We're a team that seeks to demystify that sometimes confusing world of international tax. But today we want to talk about something a bit different. We want to talk about Madagascar as your plan B. And to help us do that, we have Sylvain. Sylvain, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, so thanks, Darren. My name is Sylvain Tron. I'm French. I'm legal counsel and advisor with many years of experience in international business, corporate governance, cross-border investment, etc. I've been working with large group in Africa, Europe, US. I went to Madagascar in 2012, working for PwC here. I'm currently based in Madagascar, and that's all.
Okay. The challenges of living in Madagascar full time, which you do. For me, Madagascar reminds me of Indonesia, let's say 15, 20 years ago. But having said that, as you pointed out, you have access to in an hour or so you could be in Reunion Island, which is essentially France. So any of the first world amenities that you're accustomed to, Reunion literally has it. It's an oasis on its own. And you pointed out with just a 1.5 hours layover in Seychelles, you can be in Dubai. And you don't even have to be plane in Seychelles. You sit in the plane for an hour and a half, and then you make your way out to Dubai. So Dubai is easily accessible. And if you want the kind of 5-star resort getaway, with all the bells and whistles, you have lots of 5-star options in Mauritius, which is quite nearby as well. It is a nice neighborhood, but as you pointed out, there are challenges. You pointed out the bureaucracy, the infrastructural challenges. From my point of view, there's compensation in the fact that the cost of living is so much lower than it is in Southeast Asia, so much lower than it is in Latin America, especially in Latin America. I think I mentioned I'm a resident of Paraguay. I travel around Argentina, nearby Brazil, Uruguay, and the Ecuador, all the way up to Mexico. And the challenges that you have, yes, you have infrastructure challenges and so on, but a layer on top of that is crime. And that's one thing about Madagascar. Madagascar is not paradise, but I feel much safer there than I do in Latin America, for example. How has it been for you adjusting to the challenges, moving from France with all the first world amenities to such a developing infrastructure? How have you coped?
When you leave France and you arrive in this kind of country, especially the poverty is shocking you, because poverty is everywhere, and the difference of situation between rich and poor people are very high. This is, I think, the most important thing which can shock you in this country. And a lot of infrastructure, as we said, are not sufficiently developed. You have to adapt yourself. You have to change your way of life. About energy, about water, sometimes you can get cut off of electricity in Madagascar. Sometimes 3 or 4 hours per day, depending of the compound you are living. And most of the people has adapted themselves by solar, by power plants. So a lot of people as boards, they own solar systems, they own power plants. There are no big issues, but you have to adapt yourself, and you cannot live in Madagascar as you lived in France or over. It's definitely not the same way to live.
Yeah.
But once you have get it, this point, life is very nice. Everywhere you face issues, but you just have to name the issue to get the nice solution to solve this issue. Poverty, infrastructure. The time when you take the car, the road are not very nice. You can have wall in the road, not big wall, but you don't face this situation in China or in Europe or in Dubai. So it may surprise yourself when you drive your car. You don't have to just see front of you and alongside the car. You have to see below. You have to see the road as well, and sometimes to avoid the wall. They are not big issues. It's just how can I say, tropical issues. When you have been in Africa, every country in Africa sometimes are the same, not really the same, but you will be able to find some common issues between the 50 countries in Africa. Issues, you will meet issues in Madagascar. You will meet a lot of issues. You will meet a lot of surprise as well. But every issues, every surprise has to be, have their own solution. And not every people are not great and will not be able to be ready to come here in Madagascar, or because some people will not be able to live in Dubai, some people will not be able to live in China, some people will not be able to live in New York, and you will find some people will not be able to live in Madagascar as well. I think the most important advice I will have for people who wanted to come in Madagascar is to get information, sure, in the internet, in a lot of source of information, and you have to come here for holidays first of all, in Tananarive, in other towns in the country, to see to see how to live here, and to speak with people here, because people are very nice here. You will find people who are happy to explain their life, to explain their experiments, to explain how they meet issues, how they what they like, what they dislike here. And it will be very easy in Madagascar to, in maybe 2 weeks, to get your own information, to understand if the country is for you or not. So people are very transparent. So you will find a lot of foreigners. So and local people, and all of these people will allow you to get a good understanding of the context here in Madagascar.
Okay, fantastic.